बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम। दिस मी डॉक्टर सादिक अली। आज हम न्यू सब्जेक्ट स्टार्ट करेंगे इन रैपिड रिव्यू कोर्स एंड दैट इज़ कॉल्ड अप्लाइड एनाटमी। ठीक है, एंड दिस इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट। जैसे कि हम साइड बाय साइड इसके साथ दूसरा सब्जेक्ट भी डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं, लेकिन अप्लाइड एनाटमी कैरी लॉट ऑफ इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट रिगार्डिंग एनआरई स्टेप 1 इवन इन अदर मल्टीपल मेडिकल एग्जाम क्वेश्चन। ठीक है जी। तो अप्लाइड एनाटमी के अंदर हम सबसे पहले स्टार्ट करेंगे दैट इज़ फ्रॉम दी अपर लिम। अपर लिम से हम स्टार्ट करेंगे। अपर लिम के अंदर आप लोगों को सिर्फ वो पॉइंट हाईलाइट करूँगा जो आप लोगों को एग्ज़ाम के अंदर आने चाहिए, क्योंकि सच टाइप ऑफ पॉइंट दे डेफिनेटली आस्क इन द एग्जाम। यू पीपल मस्ट हैव अ वेरी क्लियर कॉन्सेप्ट रिगार्डिंग द अपर लिम। तो देखिए, जैसा कि ये रैपिड रिव्यू है, तो रैपिड रिव्यू के अंदर आप लोगों को उन पॉइंट्स की तरफ जो है ना ज़्यादा तवज्जो देनी है जो एग्ज़ाम के अंदर जो है वो आ सकती है। ठीक है जी। तो सबसे पहले स्टार्ट करते हैं। इसके अंदर जो हमारा पहला टॉपिक होना चाहिए दैट इज़ ब्रेकियल प्लेक्सिस। नाउ व्हाट इज़ ब्रेकियल प्लेक्सिस? रिमेंबर, एक्चुअली इट इज़ अ ग्रुप ऑफ नर्व दैट इनरवेट एक्चुअली मसल्स इन द अपर लिम। तो मसल्स इन द अपर लिम को इनरवेट करने के लिए जो बंच ऑफ नर्व है, ग्रुप है, उसको हम क्या कहते हैं? ब्रेकियल प्लेक्सिस कहते हैं। इसके अंदर रूट्स होते हैं, इसके अंदर कार्ड्स होती है, डिविजन्स होती है, इसके अंदर ट्रंक्स होती है और ब्रांचेस होती है। ठीक है जी। लेकिन फॉर द MCQ पर्पस यू पीपल मस्ट नो सम इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट। लेकिन इसके अंदर अगर हम यहाँ पे देखें, एक लेटरल कार्ड होता है, तो लेटरल कार्ड के अंदर आप लोगों को ये पता होना चाहिए कि इस लेटरल कार्ड के अंदर द टाइप ऑफ नर्व इट अराइजेस। ठीक है जी, कि लेटरल कार्ड ऑफ द ब्रेकियल प्लेक्सिस, इसके अंदर नर्व क्या है। फिर इसके बाद पोस्टीरियर कार्ड है। ठीक है जी, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड पोस्टीरियर कार्ड। और लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट दैट इज़ कॉल्ड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन दैट इज़ कॉल्ड मीडियल कार्ड। ठीक है जी। तो देखिए, आप लोगों ने क्विक रिवीजन में यही तो याद रखना है कि कौन से पॉइंट ऐसे हैं जो एग्जामिनर को चाहिए ऑन द डे एग्जाम, एंड यू पीपल मस्ट हैव अ गुड एंड क्लियर ग्रिप ऑन दोस एरिया। तो नंबर वन, रिमेंबर फ्रॉम द लेटरल कार्ड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन दे माइट आस्क कि विच नर्व अराइजेज, दैट इज कॉल्ड मस्कुलोक्यूटेनियस नर्व। दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ठीक है, वेरी गुड इंपॉर्टेंट वन, मस्कुलोक्यूटेनियस नर्व। नाउ इट इज अ नर्व विच मेनली इनरवेट muscles in the upper limb, especially in the front of the arm area. What is arm? It is this area from the shoulder joint up to the elbow. और इसके जो फ्रंट है उसके अंदर जो मसल्स है उनको इनरवेट कौन करेगी? दैट इज मस्कुलोक्यूटेनियस नर्व। एंड दैट इफ दिस नर्व डैमेज द पेशेंट विल नॉट एबल to touch his or her shoulder with the fingertips, because this flexion of the elbow, remember flexion of the elbow, that is mainly done by musculocutaneous nerve. Now remember, if the question come actually in the posterior card, that is very important one. From here the most important nerve which is arises, that is called a radial nerve. So radial nerve arises from the posterior card, and another very important term that is called a axillary nerve. Axillary nerve is also come from the posterior card, which is very important one. And from the medial card, the nerve which must be remembered for all of you, that is called ulnar nerve. That is called ulnar nerve. That is very important. So ulnar nerve come from the medial card. Now remember, there is a nerve which is called median nerve. Median nerve is very special and very important because the lateral root of median nerve come from the lateral card, but the medial root of the median nerve come from the medial card. So it is the only nerve which is contributed by two different card. Now let me quickly tell you one very important point that is for MCQ, and they will definitely ask in the exams as well. Important MCQ, इम्पोर्टेंट MCQs के हवाले से दो तीन बातें क्विकली बता रहे हैं। तो आप लोगों ने यहाँ पे एक नमूनिक है जो मैं अपने डिटेल कोर्स में बार बार अपने स्टूडेंट को बताता हूँ कि दिस विल हेल्प यू अलॉट इन द एग्जाम। दैट इज़ कॉल्ड डॉक्टर क्यूमा। ठीक है जी, डॉक्टर क्यूमा इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट नमूनिक। नाउ रिमेंबर द फर्स्ट थिंग, D फॉर ड्रॉप। नाउ इफ द क्वेश्चन कम drop in the upper limb, we are definitely talking about wrist drop. Now the question will come in the exam, a patient brought to the ER and after RTA, yeah, after falling from the height, and the patient after a while cannot able to extend the wrist joint. If someone cannot able to extend the wrist joint, then it will go down, and that is called a wrist drop. And if wrist drop occur in the patient, the most likely nerve damage, that is called a radial nerve. That is very important question you people must take away from here, If the question come wrist drop, you people must know it is one of the radial nerve injury. Now remember two things which is commonly asked in the exam. That is very important one. वो क्या है कि रेडियल नर्व इसके दो ब्रांचेज है, वन इज सुपरफिशियल एंड अदर इज डीप. So it is the deep branch of the radial nerve. If it is damaged, it will lead to wrist drop. Now remember another very important concept, that is called a C for claw hand deformity. That is called a claw hand deformity. And if claw hand deformity is occur in the patient, so then you stand for it must be ulnar nerve palsy. So it will be ulnar nerve palsy. So ulnar nerve palsy result claw hand deformity. क्योंकि in the in the arm, in the hand area, the digiti minimi, the little finger, and the medial half of the ring finger, that is innervated by what answer is ulnar nerve. And if that nerve is damaged, that will lead to a clinical deformity that is known as a claw hand, which is very important one. And the last but not the least, if median nerve is injured, median nerve, to remember it can cause ape hand deformity. Now last in our step 1 in the previous diet, especially in 2025 exam, they ask this question, and they ask this question which is very important one, कि ape hand deformity will be there in the patient if there is injury to which of the following nerve. Answer was median nerve. So please remember and focus. These are the very important point Dr. Kuma which will help you how to remember the clinical point for the exams as well. ठीक है. अब next point which is very important one for the exam as well. If a patient came to you with a history of, like for example, winging of scapula, if a patient have wing scapula or winging of scapula, and then they ask you the question which muscle is weak or which nerve is damaged, so you people must also know about it, what is meant by actually winging of scapula. Now remember, we can go for the mnemonic that is called SALT, that is called salt. So salt is the mnemonic how to remember easily the features of winging of scapula. That is very important one. Now remember, यहाँ पे salt के अंदर S stand for, that is called serratus, that is called serratus. A stand for anterior, so that is called serratus anterior. That is very important. And if this serratus anterior muscle is weak, then the damage in the long thoracic nerve, that is very important one, that is long thoracic nerve. So if long thoracic nerve is damaged, then the muscle injury will be occur in serratus anterior muscle. Now if serratus anterior muscle is weak due to long thoracic nerve injury, then the condition is known as winging of scapula. So please जितने भी स्टूडेंट मुझे सुन रहे, let me recap very quickly what we discussed up to now. Remember, if the question come, if a patient has some pulling effect, वो किसी दीवार को या गाड़ी को धक्का लगा रहे, बट उसकी जो स्केपुला है that is hang, that is come out, it mean there is something wrong in the muscle and nerve. If they ask the question regarding muscle, remember that is serratus anterior, and if they ask the question regarding nerve, that must be long thoracic nerve. That is very important one. And regarding long thoracic nerve, if they ask the roots value, that is again very important one. The roots value, that is C5, C6 and C7. So please NRE 1 वालों गौर से सुने, these question they definitely ask in the exams as well. ठीक है जी. That is very important one. Now remember another very important one, that is called MCQs zone. MCQ zone से मुराद होता है कि the part which are going to discuss right now, definitely 2 MCQs or 1 MCQ must be there in the real exam. So please focus here what I am going to tell, that everyone know about it. Actually let me write something very special. Actually this is the long bone of the upper limb and in the arm area specially, and that is the humerus bone, that is called the humerus bone. For example, if this is a humerus bone, these are the epicondyle, these are the humerus bone. Now remember, actually we are talking about actually the bone that is present at the upper limb, and actually this bone is called a humerus bone. Now let me tell you what we are talking about in the humerus bone. The question will come and they will definitely ask some important point regarding this humerus bone and fracture at the different side. To remember, actually if the question come in the exam, if there is any fracture in this area of the humerus, that is called a surgical neck fracture, that is called a surgical neck fracture, or let me tell you very easily, that is called a neck of neck of humerus fracture. Remember, neck of humerus fracture, and this is very favorite for the NUMS exam as well, and they will definitely told you कि where is fracture exactly. Now if the fracture come here, that is the very important area where humerus can fracture, and that is the shaft of the humerus fracture, the main area shaft of humerus fracture. मतलब जो मेन डायफाइसिस है जहाँ पे रेडियल ग्रूव है, इसको शाफ्ट ऑफ द ह्यूमरस फ्रैक्चर कहते हैं। और यहाँ पे एपिकोंडाइल्स होते हैं, तो इन कोंडाइल्स के ऊपर भी फ्रैक्चर हो सकता है, इनको सुप्रा कोंडाइलर फ्रैक्चर कहते हैं। दे आर कॉल्ड सुप्रा कोंडाइलर फ्रैक्चर। तो वन इज सुप्रा कोंडाइलर फ्रैक्चर एंड द epicondyl which is toward actually radius bone, that is called lateral epicondyle, that is called lateral epicondyle, and the epicondyle which is toward the little finger, that is called medial epicondyle. So that is called medial epicondyle. So please remember these very important point. Now one MCQ, especially in different exam regarding medicine like NRE, like especially FCPS, JCAT, such type of exam will be must tested upon you कि which nerve injury will be seen at which part of the injury and which part of the fracture at the humerus. Now remember, if the question come if there is any fracture at the neck of the humerus, the most likely nerve to be damaged, that is called axillary nerve. So please write down, and that is very important one. Like a rapid review is a course that tell you all the important point you must know for the exam. तो आप लोगों को पता है कि पूरे एनाटमी से अगर 10 क्वेश्चन आते हैं तो फिर अपर लिम, लोअर लिम, एब्डोमेन, न्यूरो, इनसे वो एक एक या दो दो या तीन तीन क्वेश्चन उठाएंगे। और जो पॉइंट्स इधर हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे, दे आर रियली come in the exam, and the examiner is very fond of it that they ask such type of question from you and they tested upon you on such type of exam question. ठीक है, actually radial nerve damage, and if the radial nerve is damaged, what will happen to the patient? The patient will show loss of abduction. The patient will not able to move the hand away from the body till 90 degree. How much degree? 90 degree. And there will be, for example, atrophy. There will be atrophy, mean decrease in the atrophy of deltoid muscle. Actually जो deltoid muscle है उनकी atrophy होगी, deltoid muscle become very weak, and the patient will not able to abduct the hand up to 90 degree. So that is what you people must know, especially regarding the axillary nerve. Another very important one, if the patient came with the fracture of the humerus, especially at the mid area, that is called a shaft of the humerus fracture, the most likely nerve to be damaged in this area, that is called a radial nerve. That is very important one. And if you know radial nerve, whenever damaged, all the extensor, sorry, the word is extensor muscle of the arm will be get weak, and the patient will not able to extend the wrist mainly, and the condition is called a wrist drop. So actually wrist drop is a clinical condition where the patient cannot able to extend the wrist. One of the reason is called a wrist drop, and that is radial nerve palsy. That is very important one, especially in case of lateral epicondyle. Still the same nerve can go on, and the same clinical feature we can see in the patient as well. ठीक है जी. Another very important one, if we think about supracondylar fracture, this is very important one. Now in supracondylar fracture, the most common nerve which can be damaged or which can be injured, that is called a median nerve. It is very important one, and you people must know about it. And if the median nerve is damaged, the patient may result ape hand deformity. Ape hand deformity. So you people should know about it कि एक्चुअली एप हेड डिफॉर्मिटी, और एक्चुअली यहाँ पे जो मीडियल एपिकोंडाइल है इसके अंदर, क्योंकि बिहाइंड द मीडियल एपिकोंडाइल there is ulnar nerve. So ulnar nerve actually passes behind the middle epicondyle. Sometimes it also get trapped, it get injured, and the patient must develop claw hand deformity. So these are the point which is the favorite for examiner in case of NRE 1 and NRE actually FCPS, JCAT, such type of question. And I told you okay, there will be definitely 2 MCQ from this area as well. So just hold it for a while and take a pause and think on it and take some time and revise it again and again, because sometimes the question which might very look easy, they make us confused in the exam. So actually such type of question keep on revising again and again, and they will be the favorite for the examiner. Let me tell you one thing more, which is again very important one that you people must know about it. Actually, this is called rotator cuff. So you people may heard about that is called rotator cuff. Rotator cuff is a group of 4 muscle, and this muscle provide extra strength and extra support to the shoulder joint. So rotator cuff is a group of muscle which provides support to the shoulder joint, that is called a rotator cuff. So let me tell you what are those muscle. Number one, so you people also must know by name these muscle, that is called supraspinatus, that is called supraspinatus. फिर इसके बाद नेक्स्ट लिखे that is called infraspinatus. देखिए NRE 1 और FCPS part 1 will never ask you कि write short note on something, but they will ask question in this area. If you have a good clear concept, you will pass the exam also very easily, because you will know the thing what they are asking from us. Another is called teres minor muscle, that is called teres minor. One is teres major, but major is not the part of rotator cuff. It is only teres minor muscle which is the part of rotator cuff. So teres major आप लोगों ने कैसे याद करना है? Major mean big, मतलब बड़ा मसल है. इट कैन आल्सो लिव अलोन, बट जो माइनर है उसने ग्रुप में रहना है, तो इट मस्ट बी अ पार्ट ऑफ रोटेटर कफ. इन द नेक्स्ट वन इज सबस्कैपुलरिस, दैट इज कॉल्ड सबस्कैपुलरिस. तो हाउ मेनी मसल्स आर देयर? 4 मसल्स. ठीक है जी. नाउ रिमेंबर दीज 4 मसल दे आर द पार्ट ऑफ रोटेटर कफ, एंड दीज मसल make the shoulder joint very stable, and they make the shoulder joint very strong in position. To remember how we can remember these things, that is called SITS, that is called sets. Sets is the mnemonic how to remember these muscle very easily. Actually, S for that is supraspinatus, then I for infraspinatus, then इसके बाद T for teres minor, teres major, and S for subscapularis. इसमें सबसे कॉमनली इंजर्ड, जो सबसे कॉमनली इंजर्ड होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड व्हाट? आंसर इज सुप्रास्पाइनेटस. अगेन अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन. तो यू पीपल मस्ट नो इट इज द मोस्ट कॉमन विच इज इंजर्ड इन दिस रोटेटर कफ इंजरी. नाउ इट होल्ड द शोल्डर जॉइंट फ्रॉम ऑल द डायरेक्शन एक्सेप्ट इंटीरियरली. मतलब ये है कि शोल्डर जॉइंट, ये जो शोल्डर जॉइंट है उसका नीचे वाला साइड यहाँ पे रोटेटर कफ नहीं है. सो दैट इज़ वाई अगर शोल्डर जॉइंट की डिसलोकेशन होती है, यहाँ पे आप लोग लिख सकते हैं कि मोस्ट कॉमन डायरेक्शन, दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, डायरेक्शन ऑफ शोल्डर जॉइंट, दैट इज़ शोल्डर जॉइंट डिसलोकेशन. कि अगर हम इस पे बात करें कि जो मोस्ट कॉमन शोल्डर जॉइंट डिसलोकेशन है इसकी डायरेक्शन क्या है, तो इसमें बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट को कन्फ्यूजन रहती है. कोई कहता है इन्फीरियर है, कोई कहता है एंटीरियर है, कोई कहता है पोस्टीरियर है, मिडिल है, वट एवर. ठीक है. But remember, if the question came in exam, what is the most common direction of shoulder joint dislocation, you people must know it is anterior. The word is called anterior. But if the question say in the option below there is no word anterior, then after that the next thing that must be inferior. It is either anterior or inferior, but you people must know most likely it is always anterior. And that is why, because the rotator cuff is deficient in the front, that is why if the shoulder joint dislocation occur, that is the most likely direction must be anterior. And you people must know कि अगर फॉर एग्जांपल शोल्डर जॉइंट डिसलोकेशन हो जाए तो उसमें कोई नर्व जो है उसकी इंजरी चांसेस भी हो सकती है. तो आप लोगों को मैं बताता चलूँ कौन सी इंजरी है. तो अगर ये शोल्डर जॉइंट है और यहाँ से ये डिसलोकेट होकर नीचे आता है, तो नीचे तो एक्सिला है, इस वजह से रिमेंबर एक्सिलरी नर्व विल बी डैमेज इन शोल्डर जॉइंट डिसलोकेशन. तो हमने 2 बातें यहाँ से डिस्कस की हैं. एक तो एक्सिलरी नर्व इंजरी इज़ वेरी हाई इफ़ देयर इज़ अ नेक ऑफ द ह्यूमरस फ्रैक्चर, एंड देन एक्सिलरी नर्व इंजरी इज़ वेरी हाई इफ़ देयर इज़ अ शोल्डर जॉइंट डिसलोकेशन. तो सच टाइप ऑफ कंपैरेटिव स्टडी इफ़ यू डन, दैट विल बी वेरी गुड फॉर यू गाइस टू पास द एग्जाम वेरी इजीली. इसी तरह के हमने लेक्चर्स को आगे लेके जाना है, और इस कम टाइम में कोशिश करेंगे कि इंशाल्लाह जितना हो सके, ताकि आप लोग एग्ज़ाम में बैठे तो आप लोग याद करें कि यार सर ने जो चीज़ पढ़ाई थी वो हमारे काम भी आ गई. और आप लोगों ने अपने दोस्तों को रिकमेंड करना है, उनको बता दें कि रैपिड रिव्यू में हर सर वो पॉसिबल चीज़ कवर करता है जो एग्ज़ाम के लिए बहुत हाई यील्ड है. उनको भी इनवाइट करें, उनको भी लेके आए. क्या पता किसी की वजह से किसी की ज़िंदगी बन जाती है, तो इससे बड़ी बात क्या हो सकती है. तो इंशाल्लाह be stay with us, or inshallah being a family member, you people the part of DML now. So as much as I can and my team can, we will help you guys inshallah to pass the exam. See you with another lecture very soon. For till now, thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.